Hello, everybody. I'm very, very happy to be here today. I'll be joined by 4 guests, and it's my absolute pleasure. We're going to talk about productivity, the myth around it in AI, and customer stories, real customer stories. You've seen this metric before. 4% of initiatives are actually showing ROI, and everybody's fighting around on this, trying to make this as high as possible. This is what I call the illusion of productivity, because everybody feels that everything is going faster with AI, but there is actually very, very little companies that are getting a real ROI from it. So what do we do with all this productivity, right, if it's not reinvested in ROI? Well, the reality check is that if we're not redesigning the workflows, if the business metrics don't move, and if shadow AI is growing and things are not governed, then yes, of course, there will be no ROI. There are 3 traps that we've seen across all our customers, and this is something that we're all helping with. The first thing is just measuring activity instead of ROI. You can have like anybody in your team like going 5 times faster, but if nothing else is happening, like this is not value, right? Real ROI is in spendings being down, cost being down, lower loss, working capital optimization, and obviously more and faster revenue. And this is where we want the impact. The second area where we've seen like a second trap, it's attribution issues. It's easy to attribute in the front office, but there's a lot to harvest in the back office of your companies. And this is where we see a lot of ROI. So look at like agencies, BPOs, anything that SaaS, where you can potentially cut, like those are areas where you can really harvest a lot of ROI. And the third trap is considering governance as just something heavy. It's actually a speed layer. It's something that enables you to scale safely. So, okay, we've seen some traps. Where are the best areas to invest? Number 1, revenue. So anything where days equal money and can be accelerated with AI. Quote to cash, claims to pay, release to market, like all those things in product organization, in the back office, everywhere, you can find those areas where days equals money. This is where to go. The second part is spend compression. I talked about like the outsourcing cost, the agencies, the SaaS cost. These are areas where we see a lot of return of investment. And the last part is risk, right? Anything related to risk reduction. A lot of you here are in regulated companies, and even in all kind of companies like fraud, leakage, compliance failures, and so on. Those are areas where you can really harvest ROI. What's actually very interesting in the recent studies is that you can go on your own, you can do the build, or you can go with partners. And what has been shown by research is that when you go in with partners, you have 2x likelihood to reach deployment for your initiative. So this is how you get, if you have the right ROI focus and the right partners, this is how you get the results. Why? It's actually logical, right? Partners have repeatable playbooks. You're not reinventing the wheel. You benefit from production-grade architecture from the get-go. They help you redesign the workflow, and it also brings a discipline around measurement. Snowflake is a partner, you can imagine, right? We're working with over 13,000 companies and providing value with AI and with the data platform for all those companies. But we're not on our own. We actually have a whole ecosystem of partners where we've been investing in creating deep integrations so that the experience that you have as a customer and the value that we provide together is the strongest in the market. And 4 of them are actually in the room today. And this is what you're going to hear about. So the next step now, I'm going to have Kelly from Fivetran join. And Kelly is going to tell about one customer story with Fivetran, and so will Jessica from Glean. Chetan from Posit, and David from Elementum. All right.
Right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Chetan Thapar. I lead product for Posit's Snowflake integration, and I'm here to talk about what happens when you bring your data science to where your data lives inside Snowflake. So Posit is the company behind some of the most widely used open source data science tools. Thank you, Remy. So we are the creators of RStudio, Positron, Shiny, Quarto, Tidy Models, and so many more. And more importantly, we have millions of data scientists who use our tools every week to be able to accelerate their productivity. And about 10,000 commercial customers. And these customers are spread across different industries. We have 52 of the Fortune 100, all top 20 global pharmas. And out of these, 3 joint customers, which are Posit and Snowflake joint customers, recently published their success stories publicly. Number 1, NMDP. They are scoring 42 million donors daily so that they can match patients with life-saving transplants. Dairy New Zealand, they are able to deliver economic forecasts for farmers 4x faster with Posit and Snowflake. And Pinterest, I'll talk about that next. But first, what does Posit in Snowflake enable? So at the core, you have these open source tools, VS Code, RStudio, Streamlit, Shiny, Quarto, Dash, that your data scientists already use, know, and love. Wrapping around that, we have our Posit Team platform, which is made up of 3 services, Workbench, Connect, and Package Manager. And with this, in Snowflake, you get essentially an enterprise-grade platform out of the box. Centralized administration, automatic credentials, one-click deployment, inherited Snowflake governance across all of the stack. And now with governed AI agents, we have agents for exploratory data analysis, for data science coding debugging, for self-service analytics, all of them powered by Cortex-hosted LLMs. So these are governed AI agents. All of this runs on Snowpark Container Service in your account, and we provide a fully managed service. So everything from data scientist to decision maker, from exploring, building, iterating, developing, deploying, to interacting as a business user, all of that happens in the Snowflake boundary. Pinterest, 5,000 employees, 1 billion pins, and a people analytics team, which was sitting on some of the most sensitive data in the company. Every survey cycle, they had about 15,000 employee comments, and they wanted to do some serious data science with it, but they were blocked. 3 challenges. Number 1, security. This was deeply personal data about strategy sentiment, about management sentiment, which could not leave Snowflake. This was PII. Second, a workflow problem. The current process to get to the data was 5-step process, and each step was friction and potential security vulnerability. Third, a standardization problem. Each of the analysts was using a different tool, so the output, even on the same data, was different. So the confidence of management was eroded in the actual output that they were getting from the data science team. They solved this by deploying Posit Workbench as a native app on Snowpark Container Service directly through the Snowflake marketplace. How does this look in practice? It's like your data scientist goes, opens a browser, which is hosted on Snowflake, picks their IDE, and that's it. They just get started. They are seamlessly connected to Snowflake. Now they are seamlessly connected to the AI agents, and they can just be productive. So for Pinterest, it meant there was no data movement. Everything was out of box. The analysts were productive on day 2. And 0 ops in terms of any management overhead. But more importantly, it was the capabilities that unlocked for them. So before we talked about the workflow being fragmented, manual, and non-secure, after they could do serious statistical analysis, they started doing driver analysis, specifically relative weights analysis, to see what are the real factors, what are the real levers which are defining and which are moving the employee sentiment. They could do structural equation modeling to see what is the causality chain. Is it the management sentiment which is driving the strategy sentiment, or is it the other way around? And all of this, they had 30,000 survey comments for which they had an NLP pre-processing pipeline, all within the product. More importantly, all of this was auditable, reproducible, and validated. You take the same models on the same data pipeline, you run it, you get the same result. And that matters when you're doing quarter-to-quarter analysis and when you want management to make decisions in which they trust. And I was just talking with a couple of people in the audience. This is a bit of a side, but now we are taking these same deterministic models and putting it in our AI agents. So you have LLMs orchestrate the whole workflow, but you have validated methods, deterministic skills that we are adding. From IT perspective, they basically just said, it is set it and forget it. They didn't have to babysit infrastructure, manage upgrade cycles, and so on. So they loved it. Okay, so I talked about Pinterest, but this is not just for that use case. Here's another customer in insurance space. They had 28 propensity models for marketing, and before Posit and Snowflake, they were running on a legacy platform, and it took them, for each model, about 24 hours to do build and scoring. After Posit and Snowflake, 2 hours. That's an order of magnitude improvement for the model pipeline. Even more interesting, for the actual inference, for the scoring, they went from 2 hours for each model, scoring 11 million rows, to 24 seconds. And that was using our Orbital open source packages. For the POC, once they identified the workload, it took them 3 days to see the results because it was just so apparent. All of this had operational savings, but the most important thing was, now, earlier they were doing annual model updates when it took 24 hours for one model. Now they could do monthly model refreshes. So for 11 million of their members, they could do fresher targeting, and that meant better ROI on the same marketing spend. All right, I think we have a quick demo here. Let's see if this works. Actually, I don't think it works. So I'll have to show it to you later. Please come to me. I think there's some excess permission here. So I'll just leave you with 3 things here. The Posit and Snowflake advantage. All right, I think somebody's... That's fine. I think the demo basically goes, you go into Posit team, you have an AI agent that's running, it explores data, it builds visualization, it builds a machine learning model. You go and ask the coding assistant to build an application based on that. You deploy it. There are 2 people who interact with the application using natural language, and governance walks through all of the stack. But I can show that in detail later. But anyways, Posit and Snowflake advantage. 3 key things: faster time to value, where our insurance customers saw the results in 3 days. No ops headache. The platform admin called it set it and forget it. And improved productivity. That's with AI-powered data science tools that just work out of the box, powered with Cortex LLMs, and a seamless development to deployment loop. So if any of this resonates, please find me. And I also have my colleague, Greg, there. And my information is on the screen. Thank you so much.